Rahul Verma, what impact could tomorrow's verdict have on the Lok Sabha elections? Do you think, like we saw in 2018, there really was no impact, if at all the anti-incumbency got flushed out and the BJP went to voters post Balakot very strong and managed to pull in the votes? Do you think, how would you read the verdict tomorrow and the consequences for the finals next year?
So I'm going to use lots of ifs to answer this question. See, we know that, as Ashok was saying, BJP has a national advantage, but problems in the state. And Congress has now increasingly with Karnataka, Himachal, and maybe Telangana, has advantage in state politics, but problems at the national level. So it lot depends on whether the election to 2024 becomes national in character or not. If the elections are going to be national in character, then these state results wouldn't have any bearing, especially if the BJP doesn't do well. But if the election remains state by state and BJP hasn't done well in these state politics, it will have some problems. I'm not saying they are going to lose the elections, but it won't be in a similar position as it was in 2019. And similarly, if Congress fails to do well tomorrow, then I think their campaign for 2024 is largely over. But if they do well and elections remain state by state and they manage to stitch a good alliance, they will show up a good fight in 2024.
Yes, Sudhir, what impact, if at all, could the verdict in Telangana have on the Lok Sabha elections? And do you think it may have a ripple effect on what may happen in Andhra Pradesh?
Yes, good question. In fact, Andhra Pradesh is something which we missed speaking about. But Lok Sabha first, I think the BRS will find it very difficult in case the exit poll findings are correct. And that's what plays out on Sunday. Then the BRS would feel the effect even in the Lok Sabha elections 4 months from now. Because even last time when it won 88, it could not hold on to its strength and came down to just 9 Lok Sabha seats. So that's something which the BRS would worry about. And I think the Lok Sabha elections would be mainly fought between the Congress and the BJP as far as Telangana is concerned. Andhra is actually an interesting case because most Congress leaders have been telling me that they would hope for some kind of improving their position in Andhra Pradesh because that's where they have been reduced to complete zero. Now, one would assume that if Revanth Reddy were to become the chief minister, he would naturally support someone like Chandrababu Naidu, who was the Telugu Desam chief, who is the Telugu Desam chief, and that's where Revanth Reddy was before. But the alternate view is that, well, Naidu is like a former boss of Revanth Reddy. There is really no need for him to be loyal to Chandrababu Naidu right now. So the Congress could actually play its own game, fund more candidates, place more good candidates, put new faces, and perhaps try to make a fight of it. Do not rule out even some kind of an understanding with Jagan Mohan Reddy. The Reddy community, very active in both Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, and that could actually bring even a Revanth Reddy and a Jagan Mohan Reddy together. So,
except that Jagan doesn't need Revanth Reddy. Jagan, in the way that he is right now, doesn't think he needs anyone.
Well, Jagan Mohan Reddy will also face anti-incumbency for pretty much the same reasons that BRS is. His MLAs are also accused of corruption, of being arrogant, of being inaccessible, pretty much the same things that we are accusing the BRS MLAs and candidates of. So in that sense, Jagan will also face 5 years of anti-incumbency, plus the fact that the BJP has some kind of control over him. He has his court cases to take care of. So in that sense, Jagan Mohan Reddy does not go against the BJP, even though he's not a part of the NDA. He supports the NDA on all contentious issues, including voting in the Rajya Sabha. So between the TDP and the YSRCP, what position the Congress takes will be very interesting.
Rasheed, Kidwai, what's your take?
Yeah, I think the Congress will get in extremely combative mood if they win, Telangana. Remember, Revanth Reddy has a, image of a, fighter. You look at Bhupesh Baghel, you look at all of them are taking on Prime Minister Narendra Modi in their respective state, be it Kamal Nath, be it, Ashok Gehlot. So that is going to give a lot of confidence to 3 seats. Rahul, just, Congress has ordered 200 kgs of laddu from Bengali market for tomorrow. So that shows the amount of confidence they have. They already ordered, Laddoos in a big way. In Delhi, yeah, Bengali market. I mean, Bengali sweet house to be precise.
Because they're winning in Telangana.
They are winning. They are very confident of, 2 or 3 states.
Okay. I want to go across to Hemendra Sharma because the one state where the Congress is unlikely to do well is Madhya Pradesh. Of course, the state leadership there doesn't think so. They've been doing press conferences against the exit polls. We've seen all that played out today, Hemendra. What's the mood in Bhopal at this moment? Is Mamaji in the mood of in the view of the pundits likely to come back, or is there likely to be a change in guard?
Well, after November 17, when elections were held in Madhya Pradesh, the Congress rank and file appeared visibly confident. They were claiming that after 20 years of BJP rule, their time to rule with a full-fledged majority has come in Madhya Pradesh. But then came those exit polls, and the spirits of the Congress rank and file got dampened, while the BJP, on the other hand, was relatively silent after the 17th of November. They were not claiming a huge victory. They were saying that they might touch the magic figure of 116, but they never claimed a huge majority. And these exit polls, they lifted the spirits of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and some sort of psychological warfare is being played out in Bhopal. It was played out in Bhopal today. In fact, posters of Kamal Nath coming as the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh were put up outside the Congress office, while the BJP, after 1 day of euphoria, 1 day of celebration, they chose to stay relatively quiet. No leader came on record, or no leader boasted of a huge victory today in Madhya Pradesh. So the Congress party, on the other hand, is claiming that it is going to fight, and they have certainly not given it up. But the spirits of the Bharatiya Janata Party are certainly high after the exit polls.
You know, it's very interesting. Neither the Congress nor the BJP are fully sure about the poll. And Rahul Verma, it usually isn't like this. Whoever's winning, they say, sahi hai. Whoever's losing, they say, na, ekdam bogus hai. Here you have a situation where both are reluctant to accept because they're not sure. And if this poll is correct, it means there was a sweep in favor of the BJP. And even the BJP didn't know that there was such a wave in their favor. You're on mute, I think, Rahul.
That's true. I think regarding Madhya Pradesh, I think the consensus till Access My India poll came out was that it's going to be close election, a cliffhanger like last time. And even in BJP circles, I think the conversation was that we will be able to save the government. And I think the highest they might have been expecting was 110, 115, 120. I don't think anyone within the BJP circle was expecting 150 plus seats. And so it's natural for, both parties, not just in Madhya Pradesh, but everywhere when exit poll come out, the winner in the exit poll is going to react differently.
Oh, sure. But Ashok Malik, what would you make of this? If this is correct, one, of course, is that the poll could possibly be wrong. If it's not, then there's a whole wave staring you in the eye. And all the netas who are going, the pundits who are going, nobody seems to catch it.
Look, if these numbers are correct, and I agree with Rahul Verma that till a few months ago, the Congress was the hot favorite to win in Madhya Pradesh. In more recent times, my people I spoke to in the BJP had said the BJP has caught up and probably turned it around. That's what they said. But no one predicted a 2/3 majority. No one is talking about that, which is what this poll is suggesting. But if indeed the BJP wins so comfortably, it tells you that the BJP's electioneering, its strategy of putting all its chieftains into the fray and saying, all of you have skin in the game, go fight the elections. It tells you that somewhere the BJP campaign machine has worked, which it obviously has not worked in other states like Rajasthan, if the polls are right, but it has certainly worked here. And that, to my mind, is, along with Mr. Modi's appeal, the BJP's strongest calling card for the national election, that it fights elections like nobody else does.